Hello everybody, we're going to talk about dividing a polynomial by a monomial. And the nice thing is, sometimes it works where you don't get a remainder, sometimes you do get a remainder. But when you're dividing by a monomial, it ends up being pretty nice. Now, for example, you take, say, 2x to the fourth plus 6x cubed minus 8x squared plus 10x minus 5, and there's your polynomial function. We just didn't write it in function form. We want to divide it by 2x squared. So you have a multi-term polynomial, fourth degree, so it has 5 terms. You have your monomial here. So we're going to divide by that monomial. When you're dividing by the monomial, all you have to do is take every term and divide by the monomial itself. And make sure that every term, it's almost like an inverted distributive property. Get 10x over 2x squared minus 5 over 2x squared. And so every term is divided by the monomial. Every term divided by the monomial. And then the next step is to simplify each term using legal mathematics, as in divide out common factors, use your exponent properties, but you can also do the one thing that I talk about being top heavy, bottom heavy, that type of thing. 2 divides into 2 and you get 1. So you can put a 1 there, you don't have to. You have x to the fourth over x squared. You have 4 x's in the top, 2 in the bottom. You can do 4 minus 2 and get 2. So you could get x to the fourth over x squared. Remember, that's x to the 4 minus 2, which is x squared. You could still do that. But one thing, remember what we've done in class, is I said, alright, I'm top heavy by 2. So I know I'm going to get an x squared up top. Now plus 6 divided by 2, that's a 3. I have 3 x's in the top, 2 in the bottom. 3 minus 2 is 1. So I'll keep 1 up top. So I get 3x. Now, 8 divided by 2, I'm going to subtract because that's subtract. 8 divided by 2 is 4. X squared over x squared. That's 1, so there's nothing here. So I'm done with this term. Now I have 10x, well, we divide our numbers. This is going to be plus 10 divided by 2, which is 5. But I have 1x in the top and 2 in the bottom. So I'm going to be left with 1 extra in the bottom if I divide out my common factors. So I'm bottom heavy by 1. So I'm going to get 1 in the bottom. And here, 5 divided by 2 is nothing, and there's no x's, so I'm stuck with 5 over 2x squared. And that's it. Honestly, there's nothing else that you need to do when you're dividing by a monomial. That's it. Just make sure everything is divided by that monomial, and you keep going. Sometimes you don't go this crazy like this. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you're done here. Sometimes you have a little bit of a remainder. Sometimes you have a lot of remainder, but you got to be flexible. You use your rules. Don't do anything illegal mathematically. No illegal math, and you'll be all set. So it's a pretty simple, straightforward process for that one.